sense of possession, possession, doesn't keep any objects, doesn't have the sense of possession towards objects of this world. Parigraha, have minimum need, so has given up all possessions. Shariram kevalam karma kurvan, just performing action at the level of body for the maintenance of the body, whatever is required. That also without a sense of doership, without any expectation. Such a person na apnoti kilbisham, doesn't incur any sin. This is a grand state of a realized master. See, in Bhagavad Gita, if you study all this nature of a realized master, it has got no external thing Bhagavan doesn't tell about the color of the dress or the jatas, how long his jatas will be. But generally in the world, people try to comprehend the realized person from his outer look only, because we cannot see inside, so we look outside. जटा कितनी बड़ी है, गले में कौन सा ये माला पहनी हुई है, what type of dress he is wearing, how he is walking, how many disciples are walking behind him. So all these are the external factors which are not given in Bhagavad Gita as a signs of a realized person. So realized person may be wearing ordinary dress, may be living in a simple place, may be unknown to the whole world. Swami Vivekananda used to say that 90% of realized master remain unknown to the world. Only few 10% become famous and known to the world by chance. Somebody happened to meet them and happened to know about them. Like Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, Paul Brunton, he came to India, he happened to meet him, he wrote a book on him. And then people read that book, it became famous, and people started coming to meet him. In villages, their own villages started, किसको मिलने आ रहे हैं इन लोग इतने सारे अंग्रेज लोग. So sometimes a person becomes famous or doesn't become famous. That is not a sign of a realization. So shariram kevalam karma kurvan apnoti na apnoti kilbisham, doesn't incur any sin. Further, it says, Yatrichha labha santushtaha dvandvatito vimatsaraha samasiddhavasiddhau cha kritvapi na nibadhyate yadrichha labha santushtaha. Yadricha labha santushtaha. Such a person is santushtaha. Tushtaha means satisfied. Santushtaha means completely satisfied. 100% satisfied. Satisfaction is a great satisfaction. Satisfaction is a great sense, which doesn't depend on external factors. A person having lot may be dissatisfied. A person may have less externally, may be satisfied. Satisfaction is, first of all, it is an attitude, and second, it comes as a product of realization. Deep sense of satisfaction. Satisfaction means I am full, I am complete. Sense of alam, no more is required. Nothing extra is required. Deep sense of fulfillment. Sometimes we breathe also, no? Sometimes we don't breathe completely, we feel little dissatisfied. When the whole lungs and everything gets filled up, we feel, maza aa gaya. So like that, a person feels completely full from all sides. There is nothing incomplete in his self. So he is called Santushtaha. And how is he Santushtaha? At all condition, in all condition, at all times. Yadricha labha santushtaha. Whatever, by chance, whatever comes in his, as he moves, that body moves in this world, as he lives as that personality in this world, whatever situation comes, whatever objects come, whatever conditions come, that person is satisfied in that. Yadricha labha. Yadricha means without expectation, without putting forth effort, whatever labh he gains in terms of objects, person, place, food, clothing, shelter, santushtaha. If he gets food, very happy. Doesn't get food, equally happy. He is told that you will be given a kingdom, he is happy. He is told that you have to go to the forest for 14 years, he is happy. He is said that you have to drive my chariot, he is happy. He is said, now okay, job is over, he is happy. Yadricha lava santushtaha, because his santushti doesn't depend on the world outside. Dvandva atitaha has gone, such a person has gone beyond dvandva. Dvandva means the pairs of opposites, the pairs which we experience in this world. We experience a particular thing and we experience exactly opposite of it also. We experience joy, we experience sorrow, gain and loss, victory and defeat. These pairs are experience. Because the experiences come in front of us in terms of pairs only. Pairs means of different intensity, like sukha. Maximum sukha, and that sukha also becomes less. So minimum sukha. That minimum sukha we experience as dukkha, absence of sukha. So this type of victory and less, minimum victory is called defeat. So this type of experiences we gain in this world, like temperature. We say hot and less hot is called cold. So it is just heat at different degrees. Similarly, different degrees of joy, different degrees of satisfaction is experienced in this world. But this realized master becomes free of these pairs of opposite. Dvandva atitaha. Whether joy is there, sorrow is there, he is established in his own self. It doesn't create any disturbance in him. Vimatsaraha, free from jealousy, envy. Matsar is that attitude that somebody is going ahead of me. See, when we live in this world and when we have goals in the world, not only we but others also have similar type of goals. Sometimes I want a particular object and I find that a lot of other people also want the same object. Sometimes we have more objects, sometimes the objects are less, so more competition is there. I want to get a job in that company and others also, 1,000 other applications have come. So great competition. So I don't get it and somebody else get it. I feel jealous. I feel usko mil gaya, mere ko nahi mila. I feel jealous. I feel angry. All sorts of negative thoughts start coming. Those are called matsara. And this matsara is only with respect to the things we gain in this world, with respect to the world and our achievements in the world, and the importance we have given to those achievements. And also, it depends on the direct relationship with that person who is making us jealous. If that person is totally remote, I have nothing to do with that person, it doesn't make me feel jealous. My neighbor will make me feel jealous because he has got a bigger, better car. But some other person living in some other state has got a bigger car, I don't feel jealous. उससे मेरा कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. But when I start staying there and I suddenly find his car better than mine, then I will feel jealous. So jealousy also has got its own equations. But a wise person becomes free of this sense of jealousy. Samasiddhava siddhavcha, when things happen conducive to the body, mind, intellect, or he gains as though success, or sometimes things don't work according to the plan and there is failure, whether there is success or failure, it remains sama. Because that success and failure is with respect to the world. So wise person also strives to do something good, something with a plan. Let us say he wants to attain something. It doesn't work. Even if it doesn't work, he doesn't feel dissatisfied or feel miserable because of that. He remains sama, equanimous under all situations. Kritvapi na nibadyate, appearing to be performing various types of action, but is not bound by those actions. See, all these are indicators to indicate the state of a realized person. Using these verses and contemplating on it, we have to shift our attention to this state and try to get established in that state, try to experience it, try to even imagine it. It's like a person is telling some experience which is totally different from our day-to-day experience. You know those people who travel by this in space, they experience what they call zero gravity. Have you heard it? Zero gravity. No gravity at all. Now what does it mean? We don't know, because wherever we are, we experience gravity. What is zero gravity? I don't know. Even if they want to drink water, if you pour that water, it remains hanging in the air only. When we pour water, it comes down. But zero gravity means water also remains hanging, you also remain hanging. And even if simple action has to be done of tightening a screw, that whole body starts moving. Screw doesn't get tightened. So zero gravity is strange. We can only listen about it, we can just hear the description, but we can imagine also. We may not be able to experience it completely unless we go in outer space. Similarly, what is said here is of a different state altogether, state of realization. We have to think about it, imagine about it, try to identify with it. That itself becomes our sadhana. It is said the natural state of a realized person is a sadhana for other seekers. What is very natural for a realized master, we have to put forth effort and try to be in that condition, and that becomes our sadhana. To be free of attachment is natural for a realized master. We have to put forth effort to reach that state. So samasiddhava siddhavcha kritvapi na nibadhyate, even while performing action, he is not bound. Further says, gata sangasya muktasya jnanavastita chetasaha yajñayacharata karma samagram praviliyate gata sangasya muktasya jnanavastita chetasaha yajñayacharata karma samagram praviliyate. So Bhagavan says, such a mukta purush, gata sangasya, one who is devoid of all attachment, muktasya, one who is free, liberated, free while living. The body is continued to exist. The person has become free. Jnanavastita chetasaha, whose mind is established in knowledge of the self. Mind is established in this self-knowledge, One whose mind is established in self-knowledge, sthita prajna, like sthita prajna. Such a person's actions are yajnaya acharata karma. All actions are as though performed for yajna. A realized master's actions are perfect example of worship. Actions performed as worship. Others, in a state of ignorance, we are trying to worship. We are trying that to be, to dedicate all our actions and all our karmas to the Lord. But as far as the realized master is concerned, it is perfect. Like we offer, like Naivedya also when we offer to the Lord, we are offering it to it. But in the state of ignorance, even while offering, we will look at it, हाँ ये मेरे को मिलेगा लड्डू बाद में. अरे आप दे रहे भगवान को, पूरे दे दो. No, थोड़ा सा उसमें हम रखते हैं. So our offering also is not complete. Our worship also is not pure with pure love. Some attachment, something is there. But as far as the realized master is concerned, his actions are perfect yajna. Yajna means worship. Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. As said in the 3rd chapter, all action should be performed with the yajna bhavana. His action is absolutely performed with yajna bhavana as worship. So yajnaya acharata karma samagram praviliyate. Because of this attitude of yajna, his karma also dissolves completely. Samagram means, agra means the result of action. So along with the result of action, his karmas dissolve without giving him any impurities, without making him attached to that karma. The karmas just rise in his heart and just dissolves, leaving no trace behind. Like the birds which fly in the sky, they don't leave any trace behind. They just move. The movement is there, but there is no trace left behind. When we walk on the sand, we leave our marks on the sand. But when the birds fly, they move without leaving any mark. Similarly, when the realized master works in this world, doesn't leave any mark, no trace left in his heart that he has to come again. See, when we leave some trace, we come again. Even they say in the field of crime, when a person commits a crime, he comes there to see, check it out. And there's get caught. Because something is left behind. But realized master performs action, and while performing action itself, it just dissolves. Nothing is left behind. So his actions are all as though arising from the present moment. Our actions arises from the past, from our samskar. But the realized master's action arises from the present moment as though. And just are happening and it get dissolved. So gata sangasya muktasya jnanavastita chetasaha yajnaya acharata karma samagram praviliyate. So he has become free from all bondage of action. Living in this world, the body appears to be there, living in this world, interacting with the world, going through all the experiences of the world, but still free. So strange, the very unique and very wonderful state. We have seen that though being born, the Atma is not born. Though acting, it is not acting. Similarly, though living, it is not living. It is beyond all sense of limitation and bondage. So what exactly is the state of yajna which he is established in? Why his actions are considered as yajna? That will be explained in the next verse. And then Bhagavan will reveal some sadhanas for us. some more spiritual practice which will help us to purify our mind and reach this state. See, as Bhagavan is explaining things to Arjuna, now and then he is showing that goal. But again he is coming down and telling Arjuna, you have to perform action, you have to do your sadhana. So the explanation of a realized master is just for our inspiration that that is the goal which we have to reach. That is the state which we have to attain. But now you are here, so continue following your path. So some more sadhanas also will be revealed for us. We'll see them tomorrow. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om